This video isn't really about Yamaha. It's about something much bigger. Because in 2026, one of Honda's strongest middleweight segments might be facing its most serious threat in over a decade. And it's coming from a bike nobody expected to matter this much: the Yamaha SR600. Since early renders and leaks started circulating, forums exploded, comment sections lit up, and suddenly one question took over the conversation. Is Honda finally losing control of the 650 class market? And once you see how the SR600 stacks up against the CB650R, the answer might surprise you. Let's break it down. Let's start with design. The CB650R follows Honda's modern neo-sport cafe formula: round LED headlight, muscular tank, exposed mechanicals, and sharp, minimal lines. It looks refined, mature, almost surgical. The SR600, on the other hand, leans into something different: longer tank silhouette, flatter seat line, more classic proportions, less street fighter, more heritage muscle. If the renders are even partially accurate, Yamaha is chasing emotional appeal instead of futuristic aggression. And that's important, because many riders in this segment aren't chasing lap times, they're chasing identity. The CB650R feels like precision engineering. The SR600 feels like a statement. And depending on which emotion wins, that alone could shift buying behavior. Now let's talk engines, because this is where things get interesting. The CB650R runs a proven inline-four, smooth, predictable, high revving, and extremely refined. It's the kind of engine you trust immediately. Linear power, no drama, no surprises. But early speculation around the SR600 suggests Yamaha may be tuning its engine for something very different. Not peak horsepower, but mid-range punch, stronger torque delivery lower in the rev range, a more mechanical feel, more character, less clinical refinement. In other words, Honda gives you polish, Yamaha may give you personality. And for street riders, especially commuters, weekend canyon riders, and everyday enthusiasts, character often matters more than dyno charts. That's where this fight could quietly tilt. On paper, the CB650R already offers exactly what most riders want: traction control, ride-by-wire refinement, reliable braking, predictable suspension, no unnecessary gimmicks. It's built to disappear underneath you, which is actually a compliment. But Yamaha's recent strategy suggests something else: more tactile feedback, more connection, less isolation. If the SR600 borrows from Yamaha's recent tuning philosophy, lighter-feeling chassis, sharper throttle mapping, and more emotional exhaust character, the riding experience could feel very different, even at similar performance levels. This wouldn't be about faster, it would be about feeling faster. And psychologically, that's often more powerful. Here's where things get strategic. Honda owns this segment because it plays safe, reliable, predictable, globally accepted. But Yamaha rarely wins by playing safe. They win by reframing the conversation. If the SR600 lands even slightly below the CB650R in price while offering stronger visual identity and emotional appeal, Honda suddenly loses its biggest advantage: default choice status. Because once buyers stop automatically choosing CB650R, the entire segment becomes unstable. Dealers start pushing alternatives, forums shift narratives, YouTube algorithms shift coverage, and perception starts rewriting reality. That's how market disruption actually happens, not through specs, through psychology. So, does this mean Honda is doomed? No. The CB650R remains one of the most balanced motorcycles ever built in this class. It's refined, reliable, easy to live with. But the SXR600 doesn't need to beat it. It just needs to feel more desirable. Because motorcycles are rarely bought with spreadsheets. They're bought with emotion, identity, aspiration. And if Yamaha successfully positions the SXR600 as the bike you want, while the CB650R becomes the bike you should buy, that's when the power balance quietly shifts. Right now, nothing about the SXR600 is officially confirmed. These are early concepts, early discussions, and early signals. But markets don't wait for spec sheets. They react to narratives. And right now, the narrative is clear. Honda may finally be facing real pressure in the middleweight heritage segment, not from performance monsters, but from emotional design and strategic positioning. And that kind of threat is harder to defend against than horsepower. So now, I want to hear from you. If both bikes launched tomorrow, would you choose the proven precision of the CB650R or the emotional appeal of the SXR600? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you want a deep dive into SXR600 pricing, specs, and how Honda might respond next, make sure you're subscribed, because that story is just getting started.